Often when I have to remember something, I write a note in biro on the palm of my hand. That works well as long as I transfer that reminder to something more permanent before I wash my hands. When I fail to do that, I'm often seen staring at my hand trying to decipher the faded writing. With the health routine we all have to adopt at present, I not only get chapped hands, but I'm in danger of losing all my reminders. Mothering Sunday always reminds me of some words from the Old Testament. Jerusalem said, "The Lord has forsaken me. My God has forgotten me." Can a woman forget her nursing child, or show no compassion for the child of her womb? Even these may forget, yet I will not forget you. See, I have inscribed you on the palms of my hands. We are told that God doesn't just write us on the palms of his hands, but he inscribes us there. If God actually had flesh and blood hands to wash, he would never forget us, because no matter how hard he scrubbed, we would still be engraved there, thoroughly waterproof. Harry Potter fans will recall how Professor Umbridge punished Harry in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Harry let out a gasp of pain. The words had appeared on the parchment in what appeared to be shining red ink. At the same time, the words had appeared on the back of Harry's right hand, cut into his skin as though traced there by a scalpel. Yet even as he stared at the shining cut, the skin healed over again, leaving the place where it had been slightly redder than before, but quite smooth. He looked back at the parchment, placed the quill upon it once more, wrote, "I must not tell lies," and felt the searing pain on the back of his hand for a second time. Once again, the words had been cut into his skin. Once again, they healed over seconds later. And on it went. Again and again, Harry wrote the words on the parchment in what he soon came to realise was not ink, but his own blood. Again and again, the words were cut into the back of his hand, healed, and then reappeared the next time he set the quill to parchment. Harry, who had actually told no lies, thereafter had to hide the back of his hands from his friends. If God actually had flesh and blood hands, but of course the wonderful thing is that he does. Hands that flung stars into space to cruel nails surrendered. Those hands were nailed to a cross, even though he too had told no lies. And when he appeared to his friends after his death, they saw the marks the nails had made in those hands. When the risen, ascended and glorified Jesus is portrayed in art, he still bears, as he does in reality, the marks of the nails. And when he looks upon them, he sees you and me. So when you wash your chafed hands, when you are shut in and unable to get out, when you are anxious, remember that the Lord holds you in the palms of his hands. He will never forget you. He who is the best of all mothers.
We rest in the hands of the Lord. When we are out in the world, we are in his hands. When we are locked away, we are in his hands. When we are frightened, we are in his hands. When we are alone, we are in his hands. When we are sick, we are in his hands. We rest in the hands of the Lord. His hands will never forget us. His hands will never lose us. His hands will never let us go. His hands will hold us through life, through death, and through eternity. Blessed be God forever. Amen.